I would like to welcome the Colorectal Cancer Alliance CEO, Michael Sapienza, to the stage to welcome all of you and to give you some special words. Thank you guys for being here this morning.
Good morning. Okay, so we've got a lot of you. I can see PA team over here. I can see Lori, Team Andrew over here. I know there's a lot of you. You guys come closer, come towards the stage because we're going to do some warm up. I want you to hear Dr. Marshall. Come closer, please. If you can hear me, come closer to the stage. I know you can. I know you can. I know you can hear me. Yes. I love this woman right here in the front. I like your shirt. I like the color blue. Thank you. Awesome. Thank you guys for coming closer. So Michael Sapienza is my name. I'm the CEO of the Colorectal Cancer Alliance. For those of you that have not met me, I just want to let you know this is pretty much almost the 20th year that this event has been happening. And my family has been doing it since the very, very beginning. Unfortunately, my mom died in 2009 from this awful disease. And here we are now. I think we're about 3,000, 2,000. You guys are like the ones that braved the cold to come out here. So almost 3,000 people strong. I'm just so happy to be here. You know, and what have we been able to do? We've raised over $350,000 to end this disease in our lifetime. That is a lot of money. So what have we done with that money? Over the last year, we've done a bunch of stuff, but we have funded over $3 million worth of cutting edge research. And we actually just launched something called Project Cure CRC, where we're going to be pumping tens of millions of dollars into research. We also launched Lead from Behind, which is this awareness campaign with Ryan Reynolds and Dak Prescott, the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys, because we've got to get awareness out there that screening starts at 45, but even more importantly, all the young people in this audience that are under 45, how do we make sure that they get screened as well? So I'm just incredibly grateful for all of you that are here today. I hope you have an amazing time. You stay warm and enjoy this beautiful walk.
Thank you, Mike. Let's get over Mike again. Woo! Who is ready for a walk? Who's ready for a run? Okay, next I want to shout out our survivors that are here today. We would like for all of our patients and survivors to join me in front of the stage. Don't be shy. Come on, patients and survivors. And for those of you backing up, don't back up. Where are you going? All the patients and survivors, please come on up. Come on down. Come on, y'all. We are so happy to have you here today. We are proud to have you here today. We want you to know that we are your allies. We love you. We're so proud of you. Your battle against colorectal cancer is an inspiration to all of us. We are here for you when you need us because we believe tomorrow cannot wait. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Turn around so everybody can see you. If you're not clapping for these survivors right here, what are you doing? If you're not clapping for these survivors, what are you doing? If you're not yelling for them, if you're not screaming for them. I know it's Sunday morning. I'm not a preacher, but don't make me preach, y'all. Come on. Get out your cameras, take a picture of them, and tag DC Scope It Out. I want to see images of them all over your social media. Come on, y'all. Smile. Get together. Let's band it. Can I get a group photo? Get together. Group photo. Get in there. Thank you guys so much. Let's get that picture. Hashtag DC Scope It Out. What is it? Hashtag DC Scope It Out. Hashtag Scope It Out. That's right. That's a beautiful picture. Another round of applause, guys. Come on. Thank you, survivors. Thank you for being warriors. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We are here for you. Next, I would like to invite to the stage Dr. John Marshall. Oh, Dr. Marshall has a fan club. Dr. Marshall. Dr. Marshall is of Georgetown University, a global leader in the research and development of drugs for colon cancer and other GI cancers. Dr. Marshall is the principal investigator of over 150 clinical trials at the local as well as national levels. Dr. Marshall is the clinical director of oncology for Georgetown University Hospital, associate director for clinical care of the Lombardi Comprehensive Cancer Center, and chief of the division of hematology oncology. He is an incredible advocate and advisor of the Colorectal Cancer Alliance. Please welcome the one, the only, the incredible Dr. John Marshall.
Woo! Good morning. This is a day that the Lord has made, and I am a preacher. I am a preacher. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I have been here for almost every one of these walks. I am old, but I am not tired. We have work to do. We have lots of work to do. We have made great progress, but we have miles to go to make sure that no one dies of this disease one day in our future, in our lifetime. That is why we are here. You are going to put me out of a job. Now, the best thing you can do is remember that you are not alone. Alone is worse than together. And together we can do things. Alone, think of yourself as a patient. You're alone. There's a patient in a palace in England right now who's probably alone because she can't be together. And so she knows, we know that you are better together. You gather your village, you gather your walks, team, you raise money together, you form an alliance, a national alliance, the most powerful alliance for colon cancer in the world, and you can do things together. If you're a researcher and you're alone, you can't do it well. You have to connect. You have to bring together and partner with others and form collaborations. And together we can make things happen. Alone, no magic. Together, there is magic. And we can make magic together. So just this fall, I want to tell you the last couple of things. This fall, the Rouge Center brought together a think tank, brilliant people from all over our country together to this city to figure out why so many young people are getting colorectal cancer. We have to understand this. We have to understand it fast, and together we will do that. Just this past December, the Colon Cancer Alliance brought together hundreds of folks, experts from around the world in colon cancer, to form a collaboration that becomes Project Cure. Project Cure is $100 million of investment over the next 2 years that will reach our goal. Together, we will do it. What's ahead? Excitement. Just last week, we had a New England Journal article showing that a blood test could help us screen for colorectal cancer, a solution for so many of us out there. We are understanding what our microbiome can do, how to best make our health inside of us. How do we coach ourselves to take better care of ourselves through our microbiome partners? We are learning fast about that. And finally, we are learning about how to control our immune systems so that our own bodies, again, can fight our battles. But I cannot stand on a stage in front of that building behind me and not remind every one of us that there is only one candidate this fall that gives a damn about curing cancer. There is only one that has a moonshot. And so when you go to the polls this fall, I want you to make sure that you vote for the candidate that's going to help us cure colon cancer. Do it. Woo!
Dr. John Marshall, everybody. Let's get over Dr. John Marshall. Thank you for your work, sir. Thank you for that preaching on this Sunday morning. I know you guys are itching to walk. I know you're itching to run. I see people already lining up at the start arch, but please give us just a little bit more, because next we would like to welcome to the stage someone with an incredible story to share about how colorectal cancer has affected her life's journey. Please welcome Asha Moore-Smith. Woo! Welcome to the stage, Asha.
Greetings, everyone. And God bless you all for being here, and forgive me for having to look at my phone. But it is an honor to be amongst you today. And thank you to the Colorectal Cancer Alliance for having me share this testimony with this wonderful community of survivors and the families of those who have transitioned from this awful disease. I'm here to tell you the story about my father, Damu Smith. He was a global activist who passionately fought for many causes such as environmental justice, anti-apartheid, Black liberation, civil rights, and human rights. More importantly, he was a beloved family member and friend to many. To me, he was the best dad ever and a gift beyond what I could have asked God for. This coming May 6th will be the 17th anniversary of his passing. He was 54 years old, and not one day goes by without thinking about all of the amazing experiences we had together. In fact, the last time we spent quality daddy-daughter time was right here on the National Mall to enjoy the cherry blossoms. Despite his physical weakness from months of grueling chemotherapy, he had strength to take me here one last time. I deeply miss the tradition we had coming here almost every Sunday to go paddle boating and to visit the memorials. As a kid, I would watch and listen to him make powerful speeches at various rallies, marches, and protests for a better world at the Lincoln Memorial. Being here to share his voice and story truly feels like a full circle moment. For years, my dad would feel sharp pains in his stomach, but would attribute it to stress or hunger pains. Friends of his would suggest that he go to the doctor, but his love and urgency for the community caused him to ignore his own health until it was too late. In 2005, he collapsed in Bethlehem, where he was taken to a hospital and diagnosed with colon cancer before being sent home to recover back here in the States. I remember being so shocked and saddened seeing his condition worsen so rapidly. The weight loss, loss of mobility, swollen feet, and swollen belly. I'll never forget the day I was called out of my 8th grade English class to come to the office. I had a feeling it wasn't good. My mom was there to pick me up early because my dad was unresponsive that morning and taken to George Washington Hospital. By the time we got there, he was in a coma, unable to speak, but still able to hear. I watched him pass away that night from colon cancer, and it's a heartbreak that's taken years for me to heal from. In his final months, he courageously fought for what may have been his most important task yet, encouraging as many people as he could to get screened for colon cancer, especially Black men. As mentioned in an article written in the Washington Post, it would be his final activist effort. He wanted his story to serve as a cautionary tale and a warning to other Black men to seek regular medical care. Go to the doctor, get your colon checked, and get a colonoscopy, he said. However, he understood the barriers faced by our community that make it more challenging to get screened, such as lack of health insurance, racial economic disparities, and understandable mistrust of the medical system. There is still so much work to do to ensure these barriers no longer exist in our lifetime and for future generations. As an activist, he himself did not have health insurance, but thankfully the community he poured so much love into over the years came together and raised money for his medical expenses and treatments. Dear friends and family members flew in from out of town to care for him. This was all a blessing, but I can't help but to think about the folks who don't have that support system. Though he was a man of faith, the biggest barrier that kept him from getting screened for colon cancer was fear. And at the end of his life, he was working towards becoming a minister and would practice sermons at the same church where his funeral would be held, Plymouth Congregational Church right here in DC. So on this beautiful Sunday, I want to share a word of encouragement in accordance with my favorite scripture, 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7, that God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and of a sound mind. Let's continue to uplift one another along the journey to end this awful disease for good, learn and educate our communities about preventative care, empower our loved ones to get their colonoscopies, advocate for ourselves at the doctor's office, whether we meet the recommended age or not, because I personally believe that 45 is a little late as well, and share resources for those in need that don't have access to health care, and point them to the wonderful services offered by organizations like the Colorectal Cancer Alliance. Thank you so much, and I'll see you as we celebrate at the finish line. Thank you.